Chapter 14 Interdependence in Environment. Components of the Earth. Our Earth is surrounded by a layer of air called the atmosphere. All living beings need air, water, and land to survive. Not only living beings, but many non-living things are also found on the Earth. Let us know about them. Biotic components. The living beings found on the Earth are called biotic components of the environment. For example, plants, animals, human beings, etc. Abiotic components. The non-living things found on the Earth are called abiotic components of the environment. For example, sunlight, air, water, etc. Interdependence of biotics and abiotics. On the Earth, all the living beings and non-living things are interdependent. All the living beings are closely interconnected with the non-living things. Dependence of plants on abiotic components. Plants depend on abiotic components of the environment, that is air, water, and sunlight to grow. Like plants, other living things too depend on their environment. They depend on the environment for food, water, and air. Dependence of animals on plants. Animals are dependent on plants for food and shelter. Squirrels make holes called dries in the trunks of trees. Birds build their nests in trees. Monkeys, etc. live on the branches of trees. Zebras, elephants, giraffes, deer, etc. live under the shade of the trees. On the basis of food habits, animals are divided into three categories. Number 1. Herbivores. Animals which eat only plants are called herbivores. Example, buffalo, deer, goat, giraffe, etc. Number 2. Carnivores. Animals which eat flesh of other animals are called carnivores. Example, wolf, lion, tiger, crocodile, cheetah, etc. Number 3. Omnivores. There are some animals which eat both plants and flesh of other animals. They are called omnivores. Example, human beings, bear, cow, etc. Can we say the animals depend on plants directly or indirectly? Let us understand. As we see above, the zebra eats plants and the lion eats the zebra. The zebra depends upon the plants. If there are no plants, the zebra will not survive. And if the zebra will not survive, what will the lion eat? It will not get any flesh to eat and will die soon. So we see that all the animals depend on plants for food, directly or indirectly. It is essential to maintain a proper balance among all the components of the environment, as the biotic components are linked with each other. Food chain. A food chain refers to the order of events in an ecosystem, where one living organism eats another organism, and later that organism is consumed by another larger organism. The flow of nutrients and energy from one organism to another forms a food chain. The food chain begins with green plants, which are called the producers, as they make their own food. Plants are consumed by herbivores, so they are called the primary consumers. All herbivores are eaten up by the carnivores and omnivores, so they are called the secondary consumers. When carnivores die, bacteria and fungi feed on their dead bodies. So these fungi and bacteria are called decomposers or tertiary consumer. They break down the dead animals into nutrients. These nutrients get mixed with the soil and are again used up by the plants. This process continues forever. Balance in nature. Look at the given food chain. If we kill all the eagles, the population of snakes will increase very fast. This will decrease the population of frogs as snakes feed on frogs. Now the less population of frogs will increase the population of grasshoppers. As we know that the grasshoppers are herbivores and they will eat up all the plants and food crops soon. So all living beings, including humans, will get affected. The disturbance in any part of the food chain would disturb the balance in nature. Maintaining balance in nature. It is necessary to maintain the balance in nature. Otherwise, our earth would not be a safe place to live in. Following steps should be taken to maintain balance in nature. The cutting of trees should be banned completely. We should encourage people to grow more and more trees. Van Mahotsav and social forestry are the programs started by the government. In these programs, people grow trees on wastelands. There should be a heavy penalty on the factories and vehicles which release smoke and ashes. Many national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, and tiger reserves are set up by the government in different parts of our country. No one is allowed to kill wild animals here. That is why the population of wild animals has increased remarkably in these parks and sanctuaries. National parks, wildlife sanctuaries. Quick recall. The layer of air that surrounds the earth is called the atmosphere. The living beings on the earth are called biotic components. The non-living things on the earth are called abiotic components. All the animals depend on plants directly or indirectly. Balance in nature is essential for the survival of all living beings.